Thanksgiving is the kickoff to the holiday season, and it's just days away now. But we must remember we're still in a pandemic, and COVID-19 cases are rising. So our 9 Health expert, Dr. Kohli, is joining us now to discuss staying safe during the holidays. Thanks for coming in.
Good morning. Happy almost Thanksgiving.
I know. I can't believe it's around the corner. It's
Yeah.
just coming up really quickly. So last year, we really worried about our older population at Thanksgiving gatherings. Is that still the case this year?
No, in fact, it's so different from last year. Last year was almost a little easier because everybody stayed home.
Right.
This year, there's a lot more confusion because a fifth of Coloradans aren't yet vaccinated. Our kids are not yet vaccinated. So this year, our vulnerable population, Corey, is our kids.
Okay.
Because our elders are vaccinated. Hopefully, most of them are boosted by now. But many of our kids, particularly those below 5, they are not yet vaccinated. And those above 5 are probably only partially vaccinated, only got that first dose.
So what do you recommend for parents?
Well, the American Academy of Pediatrics says just in the last 2 weeks, the rate of infection has increased by 32% in our kids.
Wow.
So I think it's really, really important for parents to have their guard up. This year, particularly if their child is not vaccinated, they want to try to keep that gathering small. Want to make sure if your child is not vaccinated or partially vaccinated that you may even want to consider having them put on a mask, but at least making sure they wash their hands frequently and making sure the adults around them are as protected or vaccinated as possible. And if I had a kid, I may even go so far as to ask some of the guests coming to get a rapid test before they come, especially if they're traveling from out of town.
What about sharing food? I mean, like, this is the holiday where the food's out, everyone's kind of sharing. What do you recommend?
It's all about food, isn't it? Well, the good news there is that last year we were so worried about sharing and everybody had to have their own utensils and all of that stuff. That's not really an issue. We don't believe that fomite spread or spreading from surfaces is really such a big deal. So you can have one nice big turkey and everybody can get their share.
Would you say that we're in a better spot this year than we were last year?
I would say better in the sense that we can get together, we can see our family members, we can hug, but more complicated.
Yeah.
Much more complicated because the cases are going up. They're some of the highest they've ever been. We've had more deaths in 2021 from COVID than we've had in 2020, and it's not even over yet, the year. And yet we're headed into a season where people are traveling, people are gathering. So I think it's really very critically important for us to try to do those mitigation measures.
Yeah, last Thanksgiving it was kind of black and white. Now there's so many factors that go into it.
Absolutely. So many factors and so many things that other people are doing that may affect your risk,
Right.
where you're going, how you're getting there, how other people are behaving, all of that kind of stuff. So it's really very complicated this year.
It's almost like on a family basis. You really got to look at who's coming, how many people, all of the factors go into it.
That's exactly right. And you have to look at your own individual risk. So if I was immunocompromised and I was going to a gathering, I may still wear my mask, you know, or if I knew people there were not vaccinated, I may still ask them to wear their mask or wear my mask. So you really have to assess each situation individually and don't be shy. I don't think it's rude to ask people if they're vaccinated or to ask people if they're comfortable if you wear a mask or don't wear a mask. I think we have to get used to that.
What a weird world we're in right now.
It's true.
Dr. Kohli, thank you so much for coming in. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Thanks, Corey. You too.
Thank you.